Welcome back to Wake Up Epic. This is a deep dive into the chaotic third hexagram, gene key, and human design gate. As we've been touching into the third, my energy's all over the place in an innovative and chaotic way. So I hope that whatever's going on for you right now, whatever changes have been going on for you right now, that you can settle into them and we can step into the gift of this innovation and see what's here for us. So what we'll do, we'll touch on the embodied story of the hexagram by looking at the top and the bottom trigram. We'll look at the 4 belief statements or possibilities that emerge through looking at it through the embodied lens through UZAZU. And then we'll finish with a few minutes of silence and just diving into the pattern so you can see what's in it for yourself. The bottom of the trigram speaks to the what are you doing? The top of the trigram speaks to the context you're in. So if you look around your room right now, get a sense for how chaotic how much chaos there is in your space. And it might help to contrast that with order. So can you pick something in your room that is not as orderly as it could be, or not as unique or stand out as it could be, but it's kind of like a little messy in some way. And then notice how it makes you feel to see that being a little more chaotic than you might like it to be. How does it make you feel? So these two energies here of connecting to something and noticing how you feel, connect to something, resonating, and what inspires, what impulse arises for you. That speaks to the top and the bottom trigram. So the top trigram starts with yin, yang, yin. So do this with me. We go gently back. So we let the world go a bit. Shift our attention over here to self. Then we rise up, become tall. So there's more of a sense of agency rather than passivity or receptivity. So we're in self, kind of active. And then we're going to come narrow. Bring your arms narrow, your feet and knees narrow. Bring your arms somewhere about your head high. This is called pillar in UZAZU. And as the top of the trigram, this is the invitation is to feel supported by pillarness, which is to say, to feel supported by it's okay to be in yourself and active, in tune with your own creative impulse. So feel that for a moment. You can do the movement, pull back, up and narrow. And for a moment, imagine being really selfish, like what I want to do. And I found playing with this, I found something very interesting. I noticed that when I was doing pillar, I was keeping my attention out there. So do this with me for a moment. Look at the people in the group and come into pillar, where the aim is, I want to know what I want. I want to know what I want to create. It's something like that. But your attention is over there on those people. Now shift your awareness, ignore the people, let them go. Just tune into you. And for some of you that can be difficult, like what's required to truly let the world go and find out what you want. That can pose some opportunities. Okay, so this is pillar, this is the top of our hexagram. Then we slide into choice, we slide into bridge. We come yang, yin, yin, forward, down, and narrow. So you can see I'm pretty narrow. And if you exaggerate it, just to really to land this, come way too close. Kind of like, I want to help you. I really want to help you, or something like that. I want to know your story. Tell me everything. So bridge ultimately is just we're coming forward into this space together, but then we're soft and relaxed and feeling supported, and then we are able to focus. And if you pick just one person in the group or if you're doing this and you just see me on the video, then just connect with me and find a sense of ease where you're not reaching too hard for any reason. You don't really need anything. You're just able to be connected. So if a friend calls you and says, hey, can you, spend a little bit of time with me on the phone here, you go, okay, sure. Or sometimes, like if you're a people pleaser, you like to help, and so you go, hey, can you help me? And you're like, yes, you made my day. I'm here for you. Same fundamental connection, but the vibe, the feeling, the frequency can be very different. So then what's the embodied story of the three? It's something like, in a world where it's safe to know this creative impulse, I can connect. From this place of connection, that can inform this creative impulse that's coming through me. But because it's like what I want and this need or this connection, they can be in deep conflict. How many times have we given up what we want for the connection or for what someone else wants? So there's a lot of potential conflict here. And then going back and forth between the two to clean this up. I'm going to connect with you. I can touch my own inspiration. Try this with me. I can connect with you. I can touch my own inspiration. That's just one more time. I can connect with you. And I can touch my own inspiration. Okay, so let that go for a moment. There's a lot of potential here. So then what is innovation? Innovation has to emerge out of a fundamental belief that I can, that everybody can, I can. Not just I can and you can't, but I can and you can and you can and you can. We're just, the whole assumption is we can. And then we step into what's going to resonate, what's going to connect. Ooh, Beatrice, let's do this. Let's talk here. And so from this fundamental I can empowerment, then when we're looking for the connections, innovations arise. Okay, so there's something about interesting there. And then what would chaos be? Chaos would be some version of I can't, or we can't, or I can't, but you can't, or I can't. Like how many ways can we glitch I can? How about I'm trying to can, but I'm paying attention to you. And I'm not really in tune over here. And then what is that going to do when I try to connect with you, to market, to sell, to create something, to make dinner for somebody? How many ways could this whole process get glitched? So chaos, or we clean it up, bridge, and pillar. So with those two movements and movement patterns in place, as I verbalize the 4 different possibility statements, I invite us all to just do the movement pattern. There's no wrong way to do the movement pattern. The best way to do the movement pattern is a way where you're listening and you're going slow enough that if you do feel your body respond or you feel an emotion, you just pause, you hang out, you notice, and then you continue. But other than that, there's no wrong way to do this. You just find your way. Does that make sense? All right. So I'm turn on gallery view for everybody on this one. That might have actually been there the whole time. Here we go. So these are all about getting the help we need to move forward with your action or plan. So step into pillar, touch on or invoke whatever my action plan is. I can get help. Slide into bridge. So you can repeat after me as you move. I am good at sensing what will support me in reaching my goals. I can know when to reach out to others in support of my own actions. I can ask and I can receive help with moving forward. And I can find new ideas and inspiration to move me through stuckness. Great job. So now continue the movement pattern on your own and have two things in mind. Your actions, your plans, and the people that we're playing with here who represent people who could help you. So we always have my action, my plan, people we can ask for help to move it forward. The impossibility of stuckness. And for fine-tuning, make sure that you shift your attention to yourself in pillar and to the group in bridge. Last couple rounds, let go of any attempt to try to do it and just notice what is actually emerging for you. And then find a finish in pillar with the recognition that all that process in a certain way is you getting to contribute to the whole with pillar and the self with bridge, contributing to a better pillar, a better empowerment for many people. When you feel done, bring your hands to your body in some way that feels completing and self-supporting. Take a few final breaths. The city for this Jinki is innocence. See if you can perceive any sense of the innocence that emerges from the out of controlness of chaos and the unique capacity you bring to the world to innovate through your empowered connections. Okay, well done. So if anyone would like to share a word, an insight, just to celebrate what you experienced, then we have a minute or two to do that, and then we'll wrap up. Anyone like to share?
I as I follow the flow, it was interesting where I felt completely when I was uncomfortable in a position that you suggest. I'm going, this is not in my nature. Yes, but in between there, physically, I feel the discomforts, or almost like the attitudes coming up as I'm in this new position. And then also in between the stages between the bridge and the pillar, and the pillar and the bridge, and the giving, and then it's all giving here for me. I never imagined, oh, it must actually come from you, and in this way as well. I just went up and in and there, and I didn't like collect again. Like I collect here, I don't collect with in front with my friends. And then to say, I mean, as above, so below, and this is the movement. Hey, I naturally I don't bring it back in again. Thank you.
Thank you. That's great. Yeah, one of the cool things about doing these movements is we can find out our patterns, but also then find out what we don't normally see, and it's just so rich. One or two more shares.
I have a one word that appeared for me, and that is gratitude. So once I receive, I have gratitude, and that kind of like supports me to do my own doing and being and grow and innovate.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. For me, I felt my heart opening with the going back, because I recognize the energy of chaos when I was being pulled out and just wanting to connect with all six of you, or with five of us, yeah. And yeah, it was just recognizing, because this morning I woke up feeling quite exhausted in this sort of chaotic state, and I recognized I was allowing this energy to pull me out. And so I really enjoyed that sort of coming in, and I noticed a spaciousness in my heart, and my heart opened. So, and yeah, what I reflected on was, yeah, just being with my innocent child, and first, before going out and, you know, offering those gifts. So thank you very much.
That's wonderful. I'm definitely going to take that away, Tanya, because we can add ideas, and especially if the ideas aren't just like mental ideas, but it's almost like the idea emerged to play with your innocent child here. It's like great, and then fold that into the process, and it just becomes this upward spiral. So I'm definitely going to take that on for myself to play with. I hope everybody else gets inspired. That's one of the things I love about this co-creative process. I really love to see what's possible with co-creation when everybody's gifts are welcome to the table. So thanks for contributing your energy and your words. We're going to end this Wake Up Epic for now. The next one's coming up pretty soon. I'm actually going to schedule it for Friday, or a few days away. So thank you very much. Enjoy the practice. Keep doing these patterns on your own for the next few days, and it'll just keep deepening and giving more and more insights. And also, for sure, be grateful and notice with some celebration what shows up that makes you go, oh, this is now happening because I opened my heart in this way. So thank you, and thanks for being epic.